So this is the information what we are talking about. The data is there on mobile, the data is sitting on laptops, sitting in servers. Sometimes it will be there on your pen drive or external hard disk. There are many places where you are going to store the information. So we are not going to talk about them, but primarily we are going to focus, as these are all very fundamental classes, we are going to talk about these three components. So you have information which is sitting on these devices. Okay. Now, this information which is stored on your laptops, mobile phone, or a server, you want to protect that. So that information is called data at rest. So if you're not taking out the information, just sitting over there, you just put a nice encryption on top of it and make sure that data is, nobody's touching that hardware, you are pretty much secure. Nobody is able to touch it, and this machine is not connected anywhere. It is, you put a very high-end encryption on top of data, and then you are pretty much safe. But that doesn't work that way, right? Whenever you have the information, and that's how the cyber world has come, because you have to connect to somebody. The moment you are connected, information has to pass. So in this case, we have, let me talk about this. Let's talk about laptops, because it will be easy, because in going forward also we are going to use the laptop part. So you have a laptop and you want to access a website. Suppose this website is google.com, right? So when you try to access Google from your laptop, what happens in the background? And this is the journey which is quite fascinating. So when the data is sitting on the laptop, it is data at rest, which has to be protected. And when the information is coming out of laptop or mobile phone and any other device and going towards a destination machine, that data is called data in motion. A lot of devices comes into picture when the data is getting transacted between a source and a destination. And a lot of organizations, people will come into place, and you have to protect the data from them, right? So for example, if you have a laptop and you have a data card for a certain organization, right? Reliance, Airtel, these are all the popular ISPs in India. You connect the data card and you are all set. Now this information which is leaving your laptop's Wi-Fi port or a USB port now reaches to the nearest tower and then goes to ISP's local facility, and from there it goes to some centralized location of the ISP, and it travels all the way to multiple ISPs and finally reaches to the destination server. Now while the packet is moving, as you can see here, people can steal the data here, they can steal the data here, they can here, right? So you have to apply security concepts. How do you protect the data when it is on rest, when I'm not sharing with anybody, and when I'm sharing the information on the network part? So this is the crucial journey in cybersecurity which all of you have to go through it to understand how packet leaves this machine and goes till server and comes back. The best example apart from Google is like, because it's an email address, right? You type your email address and password, if somebody is able to steal that information, a lot of things can go wrong. Your bank statements, most of your accounts, especially the bank and the government related information is connected to your personal email address. If somebody is able to steal that, that can create a lot of bad things, correct? So when all this information is passing on, you have to protect that information, right? Now talk about a banking website, right? Now you want to access your bank, SBI, ICICI, SDFC Bank, like you just log in over there and then type in your username and password, and nowadays you see most of the time OTPs. You enter that detail and then you are able to see all those information, your bank statement, and if you want to transact money, you will be able to transact it. Now all this information is passing via all this channel. And this channel is controlled by multiple organizations, multiple people. You have to trust them that yes, they will keep my data safe. But in reality, would you do that? The answer would be no, right? So the moment packet leaves the place here, your laptop, until it reaches this machine here, this entire data has to be encrypted. If it is encrypted, even if they sniff the data, they copy the data, steal the data, they will not be able to read what is inside. That is one of the fascinating world of encryption. But that is only one part of cybersecurity. So you need encryption so that when you leave the data, or you push the data outside of your machine, it is safe and it can travel like any medium, any channel, and ultimately it reaches to the destination and it is get decrypted, and destination machine is able to read the information and send you back, again encrypting the information, and you receive the data over here. So this is the fascinating journey when the data is getting pushed from source to destination, and this entire journey of data moving from location A to location B, 90% of the cybersecurity takes place in that area. All the products, all the services, all the tools, auditing, compliance, they all fall in this, the framework. So you have a source, you have a destination, and somewhere in between, and how well we are able to transact it. Just imagine a world without internet, just not possible. You have information everywhere, you want to access that, and while accessing the information, so long as it is free, it's fine. I mean, like YouTube, if it is anyway free, people can download the videos and they can steal if they want it, but there is no harm in that, because YouTube has been designed that people consume the information, right? But if you are a YouTuber and you have your account, and then your bank account is connected to their account, and you are earning a lot of money out of it, then definitely you don't want people to steal that dollar earning of yours, right? And you want to protect it. So when the authentication comes into picture, that's the first level of security. So you don't want anybody to log into your account and see what all is happening, right? So authentication to stop people from accessing the information, that is one level of security. Second is when you are sending the information, you have to make sure this entire journey is safe and secure. So I'm going a little more deeper now, and then we are going to talk about the next stage, what happens when traffic moves from A to B, okay? But before that, let's talk about the jobs in cybersecurity. What are the jobs which are available in this domain? What kind of people who are working in this field?